Hey everyone, so today is my product review for L'Oreal 24-Hour Infallible eyeshadow. It's a cream eyeshadow, although I use that term loosely because it's not creamy. It's a whole different texture altogether probably than what you've experienced in the past from a drugstore eyeshadow that falls into that category. I had bought one at Bed Bath & Beyond in Sultry Smoke, which is a gray. Looks like that. You've seen me wear it at least a couple of times. And based on my experience with this eyeshadow and doing some research about what other people had to say about it, I knew that my experience was not typical. So I thought, well, why is that, you know? Is it the color I picked? So I went back to Bed Bath & Beyond. I bought a couple more colors, and I've been testing them out, working with them, and yes, that's exactly what it was. It was the color. They seem to vary greatly in color in terms of the complexity of the shadow itself. I'll show you what I mean. I'll do swatches for you. So okay, let's back up a little bit. I said I got these at Bed Bath & Beyond. That's the first place that they popped up, but they are just now starting to show up in other stores where you would find L'Oreal products. I paid $8.79 each for mine. However, Bed Bath & Beyond makeup tends to be a little less expensive than at other places, so I would figure around $9. But this is going to vary greatly depending on what store you buy it at and what country you live in. Speaking of which, this is a brand new product for us here in the United States, but these have been available previously in other countries, several. And so they are just starting to show up here now. Some people say that they are a dupe for Giorgio Armani Eyes to Kill eyeshadows. There are some similarities depending on what color you get, but I, for the most part, tend to think that these are sort of their own thing. I have swatched the Giorgio Armani Eyes to Kill, and to me they are way more glittery than these L'Oreal ones are, which in my opinion is a good thing, because if an eyeshadow is extremely glittery, I don't find it to be as usable on a day-to-day basis for the types of place that you want to go and do. I don't know. That's just me though, and probably my lifestyle, but I don't like things to be extremely glittery because I find that they're more difficult to work with and just not as wearable. So like I said, I got the color Sultry Smoke, which I just showed you, which is a gray. And let me do some swatches for you. They come in these little pots with these screw tops. And when you flip it over, you can see the color through the little plastic window, which makes it nice when you're at the store trying to decide what colors to buy. So I really like that packaging. And then they put this little plastic tab thing in here so that if the shadow should loosen up over time, because it's kind of like a pressed pigment, that's the way it looks to me anyway, then you can just, you know, press down on the little tab thing and it will keep your pigments in place in the pot, and you can press them back down if they start to loosen up. So here is the gray one, which is Sultry Smoke, and that's what it looks like. So this is kind of a matte gray color, and if I swatch it, now it appears to have some shimmer to it, but very, very little. To me it looks more like a matte. Now the other colors that I purchased, however, are a totally different story. The next one I'm going to show you is called Iced Latte, and this is what it looks like. that's what it looks like on my finger. So as you can see, it looks quite a bit different on my finger. Well, I would say lighter. It's like a champagne gold, I'm going to say. Now when I swatch it on my hand, all of a sudden shimmery glitteriness pops up as opposed to the gray one. And this is definitely a gold color. Now the one that I was going to say the one I like the most, but I do like the gray one a lot too. Not too fond of the gold one, but that's my own fault because gold makeup just doesn't really look good on me, and I keep trying to wear it anyway. I mean, after a while you know what colors look good on you and which ones don't, but I keep wanting to wear gold, but it just does nothing for me. But anyways, this last one is what I am wearing today. It's called Bronze Taupe. And taupe is a nice color because I think it pretty much looks good on everyone and looks good no matter what color clothes you're wearing, or it's just a great everyday look. And there's the color on my finger. And that's what it looks like in the pot. That's what it looks like blended out. Looks a lot like MAC Satin Taupe, I think. Very nice color, very nice texture, very nice finish, kind of glittery, but not overly so. Okay, the other thing I want to tell you guys about these is application. Because some of them have glitter, shimmer type particles in it, I tried applying these a variety of different ways, and I found that there definitely is a method that works best with these. First I tried using a brush like I normally would. That didn't work out too well. They didn't seem to apply that well, and you get some fallout that way, and then you have to, when you try to clean up the fallout, it just kind of blends into your skin because this is like a pressed pigment. So it just kind of goes all over the place, so that was a fail. Then I tried just using my fingers. That worked better, but I knew that that wasn't going to end up being the best way because I still had some problems with it. What ended up working best is something that I rarely use to apply eye makeup with, and that is a sponge tip applicator. Just like, you know, any old sponge tip applicator that comes free with most drugstore eyeshadows. So that's what I did, and I found that what I did was I used just one color with these, because when you put it on your eyelid and then you blend it into the crease a little bit with the sponge tip, if you concentrate on the outer corner, with these pigments it gives them like dimension. And it can create a really pretty look just by using a sponge tip applicator. Now if you feel as if that doesn't blend as well for you, at the end you can take a crease brush and blend it out a little bit more, because once the pigment or eyeshadow is on your skin and you've used a sponge tip applicator, it's not as likely to fall out and off. So you could do that. I find personally that a sponge tip applicator is enough to blend it out. As a matter of fact, what I did was, not with this one obviously because this one is fairly clean, but I'll use one side to apply it, and then once it's on, I'll take the other side, if it's a dual-ended one, and blend it out a little bit with a clean sponge tip. But I would imagine that there are still other ways you could try. Q-tips maybe, I don't know, I didn't try those, but yeah, I really like these eyeshadows. I think when they hit the regular stores I may pick up some more colors to try, but I really like the gray one, and I really like the taupe one. Not too fond of the ice latte one, but like I said, that's my own fault. But yeah, and it's really interesting how the colors are, some are more shimmery than others. Some are more matte than others. So you can kind of tell though by looking at the bottom of the pot. So when you're at the store, depending on what you enjoy for textures for your eyeshadows, or finishes I should say, you can tell just by looking at it through the pot. So that is my review for L'Oreal 24-Hour Infallible eyeshadows, and for products today I am wearing my sweater, my watch, and my bracelet are all from Target. My necklace is from Claire's. I don't have any rings on today. I still have on the accessorized Pink Whisper nail polish that I put on yesterday. For makeup today, I have some different things. I have on Perfect Skin Perfection Gel as my makeup base. I have on Maybelline Dream Liquid Mousse Foundation, Catrice Perfect Adapt Concealer, Maybelline Fit Me Powder, Maybelline Dream Mousse Blush in Soft Plum, Urban Decay Primer Potion, L'Oreal 24-Hour Infallible Eyeshadow in Bronzed Taupe. Oh, I forgot to say my face highlighter. For my face highlighter, I have on Hard Candy Glow All the Way in Doll Face for Mrs. the Doll. My eyeliner is MAC Technicolor Liner in Earthline, MAC Zoom Lash Mascara, Prestige Brow Perfection in Light to Medium. On my lips is Revlon Color Burst Lip Butter in Sugar Plum. And that is it. So if you have any questions about the L'Oreal 24-Hour Infallible eyeshadows, leave them in the comments below and I will try to answer them as best I can. See you later, you guys. Bye.